What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Yes, indeed. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. What's happening here, y'all? Getting down here to some fundage. Go over here and do an order. Always reaching to finish up what I gotta finish and get to the quota, get it done, get it done, get it done. Right, 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 right. But trying to wait for a few of y'all to get up in here before I really get to talking. That's all. Just trying to let y'all get up in here a little bit. I learned that's the way to do it. I used to wonder why people always say they gotta wait. I understand now. It depends on the app. It depends on the app. Some apps you get really good after views. Like yeah, you were live 2 days ago, and people still looking at it 2 days later. Whatever. It depends on your level on the app, your kind of followers. You can have a lot of people, but that don't mean you got the kind that'll watch a live if it ain't live. That's just I don't have that kind of audience. I got a kind of audience that right now they only watch when I am live. Yeah, y'all. Now just the waiting game. The waiting game. I know y'all can't see it on cam, but I customized a pair of old jeans I had. They wasn't real old, but they were getting to that point where I was just like, they'll start fading soon, or they're starting to show the wear and tear of being worn and washed. So usually when my jeans get to that point, depending on the pair, sometimes I like to experiment with the whole distressed look, because I've never been one, and I never say never, but I can't say never about this. I've never been one. What's happening, everybody? There's got one coming up in here. Appreciate you. I've never been one to buy jeans that are quote unquote distressed. I'm like, I want to either I'm going to distress them or they will be naturally distressed from life. And I'm saying, if you don't know the phrase, it's like when jeans have the rips and tears in them and stuff stylishly. You know, it can look cool, but like I say, I'm very particular about how that is done, and I'm real. I feel like it never made sense to me that I would buy something like that. Like, why would I? Why don't I just get my own jeans and tear them up? Like, you get a pair of jeans and you cut them up. You know what I'm saying? And plus, as an artist, I'm a visual artist, so as an artist, you can have more fun with it when you do it yourself, because you're gonna learn a lot about the way the fabric is constructed and how it will distress in the wash and the dry. And the dryer is the main part. The dryer is what frills it out. I'm trying to see if I can show you. Y'all can see a little bit right there. Little knee for y'all today. Ooh, sexy ladies. Y'all love it. But no, like, it's funny with this one too. I didn't mean for it to even rip this way. My knee is going this way, by the way. I wanted it to be right on the knee. But when you lay them out and are doing the cutting, until you got them back on, you don't really know where those things are going to land. So it's kind of funny about that. I will say that part, something I'm learning. But I ain't got no, hey, I'm not even mad at them, because even though that didn't do what I wanted to do, I'm not finished with them. I'm like going to take them in stages. Like, I did the same effect on each side. On this one, it did more of what I wanted to do. It held together. It left a little part where it still got some strings in between the cut or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then I did, can y'all see that? This little part right here, this is my favorite part though. I did these little pokes. I took a pair of scissors and I literally just held it. I was like, chunk, 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 chunk. Each one of those makes for a really cool dot, dot, dot pattern. Yeah, I know y'all can't, like I said, y'all can't really see it, but when I tell you, that part looks so freaking cool to me, because you get a little bit of the blue, you get a little bit of the white fibers, and from a distance, it just looks like little, it almost looks like paint, you know what I'm saying? So it's funky, and that's the whole intent. you know, funky style with that right there. You know what I'm saying? Take something that would maybe not have much more life to it because it's work clothes and it's starting to get withered, and you turn it into something that is fresh and unique. So, like I say, this is a work in progress, wearable work in progress. That's the other fun thing about it. You can see it in stages, you know. And I'm gonna post a little later. I did a post with a pair of shoes I just bought. And y'all know I'm all about the discount, man. Hey, if it is quote unquote luxury and typically high price, the flex for me is not, ooh, those are so and so. I don't give a damn about no brand. I've never gave a shit about a brand name. I care about whether I like it, first of all. Secondly, quality. Well, first of all, quality. Because even if I like it and I feel it or I wear it, and I'm like, yo, this is whack. I might love the way it look, but I was like, man, I can't wear that. That's uncomfortable. This, that, and the other. Quality over quantity. Quality over even the look. But the look would be next, you know, because it's got to feel good to me. I don't give a damn if nobody else don't like it. I don't care if somebody else, oh, that ain't trending, that ain't popular. I don't give a shit. And you know what the great thing about getting older is? You really don't give a shit. You really don't. I'm talking about legit don't. Like, young folk, y'all can't understand this, a lot of y'all. I mean, unless you were raised the way I was. I was like that because I was raised by somebody like that. My dad is like that. And my mom was like that. I mean, neither one of them ever put that in my head, like, you got to wear this brand and you got to have that on and you got to. No, they may have had certain standards for certain types of clothes. Like, okay, if you're wearing a suit and it's this type of suit, okay, you got that shirt, okay, you need a tie, okay, pick your tie. You know, but there was never a thing about, we got to go to this store. It has to be that brand. And we gotta, if we don't want it on sale, we're gonna go under the bridge homeless just to say we had that on for a year. Like, it's bullshit. None of that. None of that. We don't play none of them games. None of them games. So I love that I got that so young. So that was never an issue. That was never something that, you know, some people literally struggle with that. They struggle with, you know, brand addictions. That is a thing. That's not just something, you know, said and not proven to be fact. Like, there are people who literally are addicted to brands, and you know, I mean, and some artists, I mean, I don't dig him as much as a person for who he's shown himself to be over the years. How he lost his mind and went crazy and got with certain perspectives. But when Kanye was more balanced, when Kanye was making stuff that made a little bit of sense or had a lot of flavor to it, because he's very talented. I didn't first say the boy wasn't is. I say was because I mean, still talented, but like what you gonna be saying now, ain't no telling what's coming out your head and what it's about, so I can't get with it. But when Kanye was just doing the stuff, I would say the last album I liked by him was the one with the Japanese artist did his cover. Thought that was really good. The one with flashing lights, you know, and all that. But if you go back to the old school stuff, when he said, "I'm the first to admit I got a retail addiction," or something, whatever he said, the lyric, I forget how it went. But like, yeah, that was him talking about that, and it's like, yeah, that is an issue for some folks. Like I say, I'm just glad I never had that problem. I never cared like that about brands and stuff, and you know, and like he said, can't even go to the grocery store without a shirt with a team and a pair of Jordans that are clean or whatever, man. I'm still, it's so funny about Jordans for that particular brand. I like them, and I don't like all of them. I've liked certain ones, and I tend to like some of the ones that other people don't. I like some of the ones everybody likes, and I like some of the ones people don't even like in general, in mass. Like, it's funny, I've posted on here when I do the sneaker content. By the way, we got a whole playlist that I need y'all to check out, because some of y'all have seen the stuff before, but some of y'all have not been checking out that playlist, and I didn't make it for nothing. I made it just for my sneakerheads to not just look at individual posts, but to go in there and have one place to just vibe out on there. If that's your thing, if that's what you like, it's all there. It's in one playlist. You can enjoy it. And I'm doing that more and more with everything. I'm categorizing stuff. So, you know, we are multi-niche. So because I got so many things, I want to make it easy for y'all to find what y'all may have subscribed for. Because some of y'all hit the button on one thing, and then maybe you come back and you're like, wait a minute, you didn't realize it was a multi-niche content situation here. You realize we do more than one thing. So you come back and you don't see sneakers, or you come back and you don't see toys, and you wondering if you're on the right page. You're on the right page. You just need to you need to pay attention. You need to look around, see where you at. It's okay. You're in the right place. You're in the absolute right place. You're at ONYXCON. We do what we do. We're gonna do variety, and it's gonna be creative, whatever it is. And that's how we roll. That is how we roll. That's just how we roll. Shout out to Sierra. You know what it is. What it is. How we roll. You know, this is how we roll, y'all. Please believe it. But I did that playlist, and I was gonna say like with certain Jordans or whatever with the shoes, I've had people in comments when I posted some, and I'd be like, "These are dope," and they're like, "Those are crap. Those look this." That's that. And people are so negative. I'm like, "Damn, man, if you don't like it, you didn't have to. That was your cue to say, I'm not gonna pass by this page without dissing that. I have to say something negative. No, you don't. You really don't. You can keep all that stuff you thinking to yourself because nobody cares. And it got deleted as soon as it was noticed, and it's lucky it got through. The only reason it get through because I have, I got all kind of barriers for negative comments not to even get through. But then nothing gets reposted until I hit the button and say, yeah, okay, make that one public. Yeah, okay, this was cool. Make that one public. And I was watching one of my favorite big. I got so many, but one of my favorite big influencers, content creators, major YouTuber, Marwa, major travel channel. If you know about Marwa, kidding you. And Brother Marwa was talking earlier today, and I was watching him, and I really enjoyed his live. He was talking about how he was talking about a lot of things actually. His main topic was he was talking about he's actually going through. I guess I couldn't call it a divorce because I realized after this episode, I was like, oh, he was never really married. I thought he was married because I know he has a lady and he had a child with her, but you know that was the extent of it. He wasn't ever really married to her, but he was just talking. The way he had posed it on the thumbnails, he was saying, so I forget. I don't even want to say his title for whatever, but the topic was basically him considering another wife, and I said, oh, okay, he okay, he's really shit. Man, we running out of power up in here, y'all. I didn't realize my phone was that damn low. Dog it, I ain't want to have to have my car on, but gotta do what I gotta do. Keep this thing running. I did not realize it was that low. So be it. Being live don't help either because this draws a lot of power. Y'all go ahead and hit that thumbs up if y'all want me to keep this on because if you don't, I promise I'm about to cut this off because I gotta charge my phone. And it's crazy today how it got cold in the Atlanta area. I mean, yesterday it was like 90. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we do. That's how we do. I tell y'all, didn't I tell y'all about a few weeks ago? If y'all really be watching, I said, y'all know, okay, we got Easter coming up, Easter come and gone. I said, it's a rule in Atlanta area. I said, do not put up your coats, do not put up your hoodies, do not put up your hats and your jackets for winter weather, or at least, you know, beginning of spring weather when it's still kind of cold, because it will get cold again. Typically, after Easter, it starts to show enough declare itself warm and nothing but warm. But you better not put up nothing until about 2 weeks after Easter. And what is it right now? I rest my case. I rest my case. It's like, and I don't know where we get. I'm just like, I said, man, I need to call some of my friends up in New York and Philly and say, man, hey, man, come down here and get your weather, man. Y'all done sent y'all weather down. Ain't nobody asked for this shit. What, what, what is this? Because this reminds me of, I've been to Philadelphia in May. Shout out to the East Coast Black Asia Comics Convention. That's coming up. It's usually, I'm trying to remember, it's the weekend after Mother's Day. So that's coming up in May. And multiple times when I was up that way, it would still be cold. Philly would be, I mean, it would be like it is today. It would be 50 and it would be breezy, way breezier than this, where you really feel like, almost feel like 40 in some times of the day. But 50 is pretty fair to say, definitely. You real feel for sure 50. And that's May. I was like, God dang. You know, like, yo, they just got the snow to melt and it's still cool out this month. I'm like, hey. So yeah, you know, but they used to it. That's just normal. Don't nobody even think twice about it. But like here, no, that's not normal. If we get to May and it's still doing this, man, that's crazy. That's different. That's other. Believe me. It's not how we do around here. That's not how we do in GA. What's up with the likes, y'all? We need to keep it balanced up in here. Like I say, however many people looking is however many people need to be hitting that like button. That's how I feel about that. But and to prove my point, back to what I was saying about I was watching Brother Marwa from Kenya earlier, and something he did on his live today that made me so proud to hear him say this, being at his status, you know, somebody who has, I know he's got over 1 million. He's got a lot of subscribers, and I mean, YouTube literally built his life. He was able to build a home and create a true organization and a team in Kenya to help other people get out of poverty and help the village he's from, and you know, and all of that. And this is from his own words, what he said, and what you can see. I mean, it's in his video. It ain't like nothing I'm saying ain't documented. But he was talking about people coming in his lives and how even at his level, people try to troll and do little stupid stuff. I said, damn, man, does it ever end with the BS? But he said something. He said, I have to change my settings. I make it where only my subscribers can comment. I appreciate you, but I appreciate you more if you're a subscriber. And I said, yeah, like I thought I was the only one, man, because I be seeing these people just talking to any and everybody or getting annoyed because any and everybody is saying something. And I'm like, how do y'all do this and keep your sanity? And he straight up said, nah, I don't like doing that. I just forgot to hit the button. I said, you had to go in like we all do. Push that button, man. So you gonna subscribe. Don't be up here playing. Don't be playing on my channel. And that's somebody who got the money, got the notoriety. People know who he is. If you like travel videos and if you like diverse content, you know, then yeah, people know who Marwa is. Shout out to Marwa, man. I was very impressed with what he had to say about that. I was like, that actually was all I needed to verify that, you know, because sometimes you be feeling like I'm not gonna tolerate no BS, but the way stuff is set up, like, do I have to let these idiots talk and just ignore them just so I can get this page monetized? Like, does that help the algorithm? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You know, and you got some people who say otherwise. They say, "Oh yeah," I was looking at somebody's video, and the guy was talking about how, oh, it's good to always allow comments and and he even said at the end of his video, young guy too, he's like 20 something, talking about, you know, and he's one of these people who got millions of followers and everything. He said, yeah, you know, you get to a point where you're gonna have those negative people, and it's really it sucks that they're like that, but you know, people can be like that. And I was like, well, good for you, Mr. Nice Guy. I ain't that nice. I'm nice, but I ain't that nice. No. Ain't nobody gonna just talk and say whatever they want to. There's enough of that going on in the world on the worst levels, on the highest levels, and we see what that does to people when you let idiots have power. So I'd be damned if you're gonna be on something I created for the benefit of my organization with nothing but positivity in our intention and come on here with negativity. We're not gonna allow it. Crush. Put whatever you want after that, but make sure it's pointed at them idiots. That's what we doing. We're not playing them games, man. None of them. It's too much. I know I'll snap on a motherfucker. I am not the one. It ain't to be played with. Do too damn much to maintain this thing. In this car right now, waiting on an order. What the hell, man? Please, you crazy. Like, I show y'all my struggle on purpose so you can feel that man is not to be played with. That's a grown ass man. And if you can't understand that because you ain't never been around grown ass men, then that'd be the problem out here.